Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speakora English Flow, where your English starts to flow. I'm Lily.
And I'm Jolly.
Today, we're doing something we love, another friendly debate. Speakora is all about helping you understand English, speak more naturally, and feel more confident every single day. And debates are a fantastic way to practice real conversation.
So, what are we debating today?
Money versus knowledge. Which one is really more important?
Ooh, that's a big question. Actually, this reminds me of something. Last week, my friend got a really high-paying job offer, but he had to quit his university course to take it.
Oh, wow. What did he decide?
He took the job, but now he keeps saying he regrets not finishing his studies.
That's such a common situation. So many people face this exact choice. Chase the money now or invest in learning first.
Exactly. And honestly, I still don't know what I would have done in his place.
Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. I'm going to argue for knowledge, and you, Jolly, are going to argue for money.
Me? Defending money? I think I can handle that.
And just like always, we're not choosing a winner today.
We're not?
No. By the end of this lesson, you'll hear strong reasons for both sides, and you'll decide for yourself what matters more to you.
So we give the arguments, and you build your own opinion.
Exactly. And while we do this, you'll naturally pick up expressions for comparing ideas, giving opinions, and disagreeing politely, the way English speakers really talk.
Don't worry if this feels a little challenging. It's not a formal debate with strict rules.
Right. It's simply two friends talking honestly about something that doesn't have one easy answer.
Before we continue, can we ask everyone to subscribe?
Of course! If you're learning English with us, subscribe to Speakora English Flow and practice with us every day.
All right, Lily, I'm ready. Let's start this debate.
Perfect. Let's begin simply. Jolly, when I say money, what comes to mind first?
Freedom. Money gives you freedom to do what you want.
Interesting. And when I say knowledge?
Maybe books, school. A little slow, honestly.
That's exactly the kind of opinion we're going to test today.
Test it how?
By comparing real situations, careers, decisions, relationships, and long-term happiness. Along the way, you'll learn useful expressions like the way I see it, in the long run, at the end of the day, and it depends on.
Okay, now I'm curious. Let's really dig into this.
Let's do it. Get ready, everyone. Money versus knowledge starts now. Okay, let's start with the first area, careers and opportunities. Jolly, why do you think money is more important there?
Simple. Money opens doors. If you have money, you can start a business, invest, or take opportunities that people without money simply can't take.
That's true. Money creates options. But here's my knowledge argument. Without the right knowledge, money often disappears quickly.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, people who win the lottery or inherit large amounts of money sometimes lose it all within a few years, simply because they don't know how to manage it.
Oh, so you're saying knowledge protects money.
Exactly. Knowledge helps you understand how to earn money, keep it, and grow it. Without that understanding, money can slip away fast.
That's actually a fair point. So it's not just about having money, it's about knowing what to do with it.
Exactly. Great sentence, Jolly. It's not just about having money, it's about knowing what to do with it.
Thanks, I'm learning from the best.
On the other hand, though, someone with money can simply hire people who have the knowledge. They don't need to know everything themselves.
Nice use of on the other hand, Lily.
Thank you. See, that phrase works well for both sides of an argument.
So Lily, imagine two people. One has a lot of money but very little education. The other has deep knowledge but very little money. Who do you think is more successful in the long run?
That's a really good question. In the long run, I'd say the person with knowledge often catches up, because knowledge allows them to create money repeatedly, not just once.
In the long run, that means over a long period of time, right?
Exactly. We use in the long run when we talk about the final result after a long time, not just what happens immediately.
Got it. So in the long run, knowledge might actually create more financial stability.
Perfect sentence, Jolly.
But at the end of the day, if I don't have money right now, I can't pay my rent, buy food, or take care of my family. Knowledge won't pay my bills today.
That's a completely valid point, Jolly. Immediate needs are real, and money handles those needs directly.
Exactly. Sometimes people need money first and they can gain knowledge later.
That's true for many situations. Compared to knowledge, money offers a faster, more immediate solution.
Immediate means right now, correct?
Yes, immediate means happening right away, without delay. For example, I need an immediate answer means I need the answer right now.
I need an immediate solution to pay my rent this month.
Perfect example.
Now, let's talk about decision making. Lily, do you think money or knowledge helps people make better decisions?
Knowledge, definitely. Knowledge helps you understand consequences, evaluate risks, and think critically before acting.
But money gives you more choices to decide between in the first place.
True, money increases your options, but knowledge determines whether you choose wisely among those options.
That's actually a really strong point.
Let's move to relationships and respect. Jolly, do you think money brings more respect from other people?
Honestly, sometimes yes. People often treat wealthy people differently, with more attention and politeness.
That's unfortunately sometimes true in society, but real, lasting respect usually comes from wisdom, character, and the way we treat others, things closely connected to knowledge and personal growth.
So you're saying money might buy attention, but knowledge and wisdom earn genuine respect.
Exactly, Jolly. That's a beautifully clear way to put it.
Thanks. I think I'm starting to understand your side more.
And I'm starting to understand yours too. Let's talk about freedom now, since you mentioned that earlier.
Yes, money gives you the freedom to travel, relax, and enjoy life without constantly worrying.
That's true. Financial freedom definitely reduces stress, but knowledge gives you a different kind of freedom. The freedom to understand the world, think independently, and make informed choices.
Informed choices. Does that mean choices based on good information?
Exactly. An informed choice is a decision you make after understanding the facts, not just guessing.
I want to make informed choices about my career, not just guesses.
Beautifully said.
Okay, but here's something important. What about education itself? Doesn't gaining knowledge often require money in the first place? Courses, books, universities, they all cost money.
That's an excellent point, Jolly. It's true that access to knowledge sometimes depends on financial resources.
So maybe money actually comes first and knowledge comes after.
In some cases, yes, but knowledge is also available for free today. Books from libraries, free online courses, and even conversations like this one.
That's true. We're literally gaining knowledge right now for free just by talking.
Exactly. Depending on how resourceful someone is, knowledge doesn't always require large amounts of money.
Resourceful. Does that mean good at finding solutions with what you have?
Exactly right. A resourceful person finds smart ways to solve problems, even with limited resources.
I try to be resourceful when I don't have much money to spend.
Perfect example again.
Let's talk about happiness now. Which one you think brings more happiness, Lily? Money or knowledge?
That's such an interesting question. Studies often show that money brings happiness up to a certain point, mainly by reducing stress about basic needs. But beyond that point, more money doesn't necessarily create more happiness.
So there's a limit to how much money can make you happy.
Exactly. Meanwhile, knowledge often brings a different kind of satisfaction: curiosity, personal growth, and a sense of purpose, which can continue growing throughout your entire life.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. Knowledge as continuous growth.
Exactly, Jelly. And that's the perfect way to end this section of our debate.
Wait, so who's winning right now?
Remember, there's no winner today. We're simply giving strong reasons for both sides.
Right. I got carried away again.
That's actually wonderful, because it means you're using real English naturally.
True. Let's keep going. I feel like there's still more to say.
There is. Next, let's actively practice everything we just learned, so you can confidently use it in real conversations. All right, let's practice everything we just learned. This is where you become part of the conversation, too.
I'm ready. Test me.
Okay, fill in the blank. In the blank, knowledge often helps money grow instead of disappearing.
Long run. In the long run.
Perfect. Now you try one on me. Give me a sentence using immediate.
I need an immediate decision because I can't wait any longer.
Nice. That's exactly how it's used naturally. My turn to test you. Choose the correct expression. At the end of the blank, both money and knowledge matter. Day or days?
Day. At the end of the day.
Correct.
Let's try sentence transformation. I'll give you a simple sentence, and you make it sound more natural using something we learned. Money helps you have more choices.
Money increases your options, but knowledge determines whether you choose wisely.
Beautiful. You just combined two ideas from earlier naturally.
Thank you. Let's try a mini role play. Imagine someone asks you, if you had to choose only one, money or knowledge, what would you pick? Answer like it's a real conversation.
Okay. The way I see it, I choose money first because it solves my immediate needs, but I know knowledge would help me keep that money in the long run.
That was a fantastic answer, Jolly. You used the way I see it, gave a clear reason, and acknowledged the other side, too.
Thanks. Now it's your turn. Same question.
The way I see it, I'd choose knowledge first because it helps me create money repeatedly, not just once. But I understand why immediate financial needs matter too.
Nice. You used almost the same structure I did, but with different reasoning.
Exactly. That's how you build flexible English, reusing the same pattern for many different ideas.
Okay, common mistake time. What if someone says, I have much knowledges?
Very common mistake. Knowledge is uncountable, so we never add an S. We simply say,
I have a lot of knowledge.
perfect. Since knowledge is uncountable, we use a lot of or much, but never knowledges.
Got it. I have a lot of knowledge about English now, thanks to you.
Very sweet, Jolly.
Let's do listen and repeat. I'll say a sentence and you all repeat after me, out loud or in your mind.
Great idea. Go ahead.
Joy solves immediate problems.
Money solves immediate problems.
Knowledge creates long-term stability.
Knowledge creates long-term stability.
At the end of the day, both are valuable in different ways.
At the end of the day, both are valuable in different ways.
Perfect. Now you're speaking just like us.
Let's do one more, a question and answer practice. Jolly, ask me a question about this topic.
Okay. Lily, if you lost all your money tomorrow, what would help you recover faster?
That's a great question. I think my knowledge would help me recover faster because I'd know how to rebuild, adapt, and find new opportunities. Now let me ask you, Jolly, if you lost all your knowledge tomorrow but kept your money, what would happen?
Honestly, I think I'd struggle to manage that money wisely, and it might disappear quickly without the right decisions.
Great answer, Jolly. Notice how naturally we're using comparison and reasoning language now without even thinking about grammar rules.
That's true. It genuinely feels like a real conversation.
Let's do one final challenge before we move on. Imagine a friend says, money is everything, knowledge doesn't matter. How would you respond using what we learned today?
Let me think. I understand why you feel that way, but at the end of the day, knowledge often determines how well someone manages and grows their money in the long run.
Wow, Jolly, that was an incredible response. You used, I understand why you feel that way, at the end of the day, and in the long run, all in one natural sentence.
I surprised myself again.
That's the power of practice. The more you use these expressions, the more naturally they appear, even in real conversations.
So now, everyone watching, you try it too. Pause the video and try answering that same question in your own words.
Take a moment. Think about your own opinion and try using at least one expression today.
And don't worry about being perfect. Just try.
Exactly. Every time you speak, even with small mistakes, you're getting closer to fluency. Okay, let's bring everything together now. We covered a lot today, so let's do a quick practical review.
Let's recap. We talked about careers and opportunities, decision-making, respect, freedom, access to education, and happiness.
And along the way, we learned expressions like in the long run, at the end of the day, the way I see it, on the other hand, and it depends on.
Don't forget immediate, resourceful, and informed choices.
Great memory, Jolly. Let's do one final mini practice before we wrap up. I'll say a sentence starter, and you finish it with your own honest opinion.
Okay, I'm ready.
The way I see it, money is more important because...
The way I see it, money is more important because it solves problems right away and gives me freedom today.
Nice. Now flip it. The way I see it, knowledge is more important because...
The way I see it, knowledge is more important because it helps me make better decisions and build something that lasts.
Perfect. See, you can genuinely argue for both sides now, and that's real flexibility in English.
It's true. At the start, I only thought about money. Now I can see both sides much more clearly.
And that's the real goal of today's lesson. Not choosing a winner, but understanding both perspectives and expressing your own opinion clearly and naturally.
So, everyone watching, now it's your turn. Which one do you choose? Money or knowledge? And what's your short reason?
Try to answer using one of today's expressions, like the way I see it or at the end of the day.
We genuinely love to know your answer.
Now, before we finish, I want to recommend something that connects really nicely with today's topic. If you enjoyed comparing two sides today, there's another Speakora lesson you might really like, city versus countryside.
Oh, that's a great next step. We compared money and knowledge today. That one compares two different lifestyles, right?
Exactly, Jolly. It uses the same kind of comparing and opinion-giving language we practiced today, just applied to a different topic.
So if you enjoyed this style of debate, watch that one next.
And keep practicing a little every day.
All right, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to Speakora English Flow. Like this video and leave a comment below.
And here's your comment question for today. Money or knowledge? And what's your one short reason?
We'll be reading your answers, so don't be shy.
Before we go, remember this. Your English doesn't need to be perfect to be useful.
Every conversation, every mistake, every small practice session, it all adds up.
Little by little, your English will start to flow, just like ours did today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect to start flowing.
See you in the next Speakora English Flow lesson.
Bye.